Hello, Sunday. I used to have this friend, that would write on paper, bathroom walls just about wherever he was. It's not that he wrote, it's what he wrote. He had this strange idea that you should greet the day of the week with hello and then say whatever day it was followed by some happy-go-lucky phrase. It's been a few years since I seen him. His job would take him to wonderful places, some far away and some here at home. He was a photographer for a large magazine. His last assignment took him close to home, to a large cave system that had been discovered in central North Carolina. The magazine wanted him to go in and grab pictures before the state got in there and shut the place up. Anyone that knows anything about caves, new ones that is, knows when one pops up, everyone from rock hounds to bug doctors descend upon that hole in the ground faster than vultures would pick apart a carcass. After all, there is another world down there, one we can't begin to understand. To this day I can stare into the darkness of a cave and think of the old saying, in darkness we find answers, and we do, that is if we know where to look. You see, 2 years ago to this day, my friend that wrote the funny things on the walls did as the newspaper asked. He and him alone went down in that dark place for the newspaper to bring their readers something new, but he never came out. For a few weeks after, people hunted for him, but the state was forced to call it off after deciding that there was too much human impact to the site. Even above ground, we leave our marks behind, just as he did on bathroom walls and even his desk at work. Every few months his aging mother would call me up and ask me to go out to the site, have a look around and ask questions. I know there's not much use, but I do as I am asked. This is my 7th time out. It seems that each time a little bit changes. Signs of men have slowly faded away, the yellow tape and markers are all gone. Signs the animals have come back, so that means the hunters have too. Orange vests jump through the woods as flashes of browns and black blur by. As I walk along this time, I hear something different, children, playing in the water. So me and curiosity take our walking sticks and walk along. As you pass the cave system, the cold still air feels strangely good in the warm heat, but it has a hint of ancient death. The smell paints a horrible picture of pyramids that have been sealed up and finally broke open by bandits in hunt of loot. As the strange air brushed by my face, I could almost hear my friend cry a word I couldn't make out. You know when you have something on the tip of your tongue and you just can't say it? Walking past the caves, I saw the mark of men, red spray paint on a tree, and another had a yellow arrow. I followed the direction of the yellow arrow, turning back once to see a rope hanging from a cliff, that had been fashioned into a noose. Along the granite rock, large vultures watched me with wide eyes. It's hard for a creature to fear a man when it's almost as big as him. They didn't bother me and I didn't dare bother them. About halfway down I found a large stream, that was fed by large holes in granite rocks. This made a waterfall of sorts, nothing spectacular but interesting. In a way it reminded me of what a shotgun would do to a water tank. On the other side of this large rock, there must have been a large pool fed by an underground spring that was in the cave. Vague signs of people were around, but there were no signs of the children I had heard hours before. I decided to sit down beside a large pool of water, to rest before I made the hike back up the cave side. When I spotted a small Ziploc bag, inside was a black wing pencil and a small SD card. I knew this was my friend's. He always carried one of them damned pencils, and the SD card must have been from his camera. Thousands of thoughts flooded my mind as I stuffed them into my front pocket and made my way out of the woods. I was so lost in thought I don't remember the large guardians watching me leave this old place. As the days went by, it's hard for me not to think about the pictures I saw on that memory card. There was one that stood out among the rest. It was a picture of the wall of the cave, and written on it was, "Hello, Sunday, I'm alone."